And in Arcadia, the best of the rest came to be known as the All Arcadians. This is where you tell me that.
Kind of goes without saying.
Or Tim.
The OG.
OG All Arcadians.
Back a single day.
Welcome to the first All-ArcaD&Dians. We've recorded this twice now because I messed up the first time, and I forgot to say the title of the show, so it's good that we're doing it a second time. All right, time for some narration, y'all. The All-Arcadians wake up just 1 week after informing Dean Claudio of the University of Arcadia that they wanted nothing to do with his quest to collect the office supplies and stop the renegade god catastrophes. They have completed 2 quests in the past week. First, they defeated David Boss in the Cave of Scrolls to claim the paper cutter at the request of Carl the Fence, who had been hired by the aforementioned Dean Claudio. Then, they went to the Cave of Orbs and completed a quest from the mysterious Pastor Dan. They are now eligible to earn their temporary questing licenses. It seems an easy task, but when was the last time anything was easy for our intrepid adventurers? The Arcadians have been staying at the Constitution Check, a bar and grill in whatever else the writers need it to be. Think Fantasy Applebee's attached to Fantasy Best Western. A middle-of-the-road establishment, wood, with wooden accents, run by a bartender who goes by the name of Jeff. His brother, Jeff, serves as bouncer of the joint. As the Arcadians descend the stairs, they see Jeff the bartender to their left behind a simple wooden bar lined with stools. Jeff the bouncer, who is a monster, stands by a large iron door set on the opposite side of the room from the stairs. Also on this wall is a stone fireplace. A small fire currently crackles on its hearth. In the main dining area, there are several mismatched wooden tables, rectangular in shape. Some have stools surrounding them, others benches. They were cleaned, mostly, at the end of the prior evening. Sitting at one of the central tables is Carl the Fence, a tough, striking elf who you know to provide jobs to the guild leaders. I'm going to start that part over. A tough, striking elf who you know to provide jobs the guild leaders need done off the books to unlicensed questers. Before we start the role-playing aspect of this game, we need to hear about your characters a little bit for those new to the All-Arcadians universe. So, starting with Hannah, we're going to learn about Shoshanna.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared. All right, Shoshanna is a goddess. Shoshanna is a halfling/Lightfoot rogue. She is a super cute, badass, bubblegum pink wearing lady. And she's a Leo fire sign thanks to Barb/Eddie.
All right. Becky, tell us about Obeliss.
All right, Obeliss is a demon sorcerer. She's a badass bitch. She likes to curse people, usually in their internal organs. She's super cynical, and she hates all of you.
And for the purposes of D&D gameplay, we're calling her a tiefling, though in our version we call
tiefling.
her... Yeah, we call her a demon. So we'll refer to her as demon, but if you're like a rule person, she's a tiefling. Also, if you're a rule person, yikes. We're going to be breaking quite a few of them. So
break them out.
Don't comment. Just no. If you're like, I can't listen to a D&D podcast without every single rule being followed, this isn't the podcast for you. We love you. We'll meet you at the pass.
If you have problems with this, comment on MySpace, please.
Yeah, if you're okay with us breaking the rules, stick around. The water's fine. Let's hear about Tebeki, played by Katie Schwab.
Tebeki, Tebeki with an apostrophe and an accent over the Y, is a ranger and also a wood elf, and has never broken a rule in her life. So excited and enthusiastic about everything, and is just really positive about what's happening moving forward in her life.
And that's Tebeki in a nutshell.
Nutshell? I love that one.
All right, and Eddie, tell us about Barb.
Barb is a 6'3", 350-pound orc barbarian who is very, very in touch with his feelings. Mm-hmm. He used to be a barbarian, and then he was a bouncer, and then he gave that up, and now he is questing with this motley crew.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, it feels a little bit like we just listened to all of their dating profiles.
Yes.
It's like if you were to find them on
63% match on OkCupid.
Yeah, if you were to find them on Bumble, that's what it would say. So, yeah, but don't try to find them on Bumble. That's not going to go well. Anyways, so
Marketing hasn't gotten that far yet.
yeah, not yet. That's the guerrilla marketing we're going for.
Next step.
Sponsored by Bumble.
God, I wish. All right. So if you're looking at the avatars on the screen, if you're watching the video feed of this, the orc that is shining with pink rays of aura, that's going to be Barb. Our glorious god doll, that's going to be Shoshanna. Our lounging elf is going to be Tebeki, and our fiery demon is going to be Obeliss. Nope, not following the choreography. Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
For those
Dance
listening,
Captain done. Fucked up.
yeah. For those listening, as I described which avatar belonged to each of them, the characters moved them slightly out and then slightly back in, except for Becky. So we nailed it.
Sorry,
Okay.
Great, sweetie.
So we're going to jump into the actual game here. So they are at the Constitution check. The Jeffs are there. Carl is there. And the question that starts every campaign, what do you do?
I think we should go talk to Carl.
I think we should talk to Carl too.
Yep, maybe she can buy us drinks.
Fine.
All
I
right.
just like being in the presence of Carl.
And Carl likes being in the presence of you guys. All right, so the All Arcadians head over to Carl, who's sitting at a central table in the Constitution check. They all pull up stools except for Shoshanna, who sits on the table because she's a
I'm
hero.
so small.
I'm going to sit on every edge of this chair.
Just
Four corners.
Remember when I told you not to be super distracting with your avatar?
Sorry. I will stop.
All right, this is great audio. Can't wait to edit this. So you approach Carl at the central table, and she addresses you. What do you kids want?
we need our licenses.
Also booze.
You guys don't
Also
have
a job?
IDs yet? Okay, that's a lot of things that you're asking of someone with no money to back it up. Pick one maybe, and we'll see what we can do.
Licenses.
Licenses, I guess.
I mean, Shoshanna would rather have tribute, but I guess we can find our licenses.
How about we call it
this way,
deal?
guys, or later.
I will order y'all a round of drinks and tell you how to get your licenses. Sound like a plan?
Yeah!
Hooray!
Yes.
Our
All
persistence has paid off.
All right. So, Carl orders a round of drinks. Let's get a little flavor here. Why don't you tell us what drinks y'all are ordering?
Miami Vice. Is that a drink? I think it's a drink. I made it up.
It's a fantasy world. It can be whatever you want.
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. All right. I love that.
I will have the traditional orc drink of a tequila sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
Just get me a shot of something that is on fire.
Peanut butter and oxblood.
Mm.
Sure.
I like to imagine that if it's something on fire, it's like Fireball and 151. So it's like a flaming shot, but it's also Fireball.
A mouthful.
I don't care.
Speaking of cursing internal organs.
Mouthfeel.
That impresses your internal organs real good.
Yeah.
And I will have like a pink drink from Starbucks, but with vodka in it.
Ooh. Ooh.
God damn it, Tebeki.
Sorry. If you wanted one, you should have said
Take the elf
something.
out of the suburbs.
All right. So, as you're drinking your amazing and very diverse drinks,
I came with an umbrella.
Carl begins
Ooh.
to tell you about how to get your temper licenses. Carl says, look, the only place to get a temporary license is, well, it's at the most dreaded place I can think of.
Ooh, sounds scary.
The Department of Quest Activities. Look,
Ugh.
think fantasy DMV. It's the absolute worst. But you'll have to deal with it if you want to get jobs that pay a bit better and that are slightly less dangerous, like joining a union. Anyway, you'll need to file your paperwork with the DQA in order to get your temporary licenses, but be warned. Many dangers and boredoms await in its harrowing halls.
Great.
Boredoms? Do we have to do this?
I mean, if
You
want your
guys, we
temporary
gotta
license.
do it. We gotta get our licenses. That's kind of how this works, right? So, I guess, yeah, we
I
gotta.
quit my job and I need the money, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fine, I'll follow you on this quest.
you
The sooner
could
we
just,
get licenses, the sooner I can just buy my own booze. Let's go.
you could just keep taking the guild's table scraps, and eventually you'd probably die.
That sounds more
That
exciting.
sounds promising.
I have weighed both options, and I choose Quest.
Let's just get the damn licenses.
Did Adam freeze?
No,
Oh, there
He
it
just
goes.
listened.
I'm just holding very still.
Oh, Carl, where do we go?
For your temporary licenses?
Like, how do we find this place?
Oh, well, if you head out on State Street, you're going to take a right, and then 2 lefts. Go up a couple of fantasy traffic
How do you write
lights.
this down?
Oh, yeah, we can write that down. All right, so Carl writes the description down for you, where to go, and you follow her directions, and suddenly...
Oh.
The Arcadians arrive at the DQA, their wagon stopping in between lines painted on asphalt, and a series of lines painted on asphalt as far as the eye can see, some etched with runes designed to help those who need additional accommodations. There are patches of nature in the distance, but the evil of the DQA has eliminated nearly all life in the immediate area. Before them is a prefabricated building made of concrete composites and little insulation, seemingly designed to make anyone entering uncomfortable. The building stretches out before them, poorly labeled and functionally obsolete. There are no windows currently in sight. In fact, the only entrance currently visible is a set of steel double doors set off to the left. What do you do?
I think we should check the doors before we go in.
I mean,
Sure.
Is
Whatever.
reasonable?
Sure.
it's the DQA, though. Why would something fight us in here?
Why wouldn't
I don't-
something
why
fight us?
wouldn't
Weirder
something
things have
come after us?
happened, Barb.
I guess so.
Bureaucracy is our biggest enemy.
And a point to Becky.
Woo!
To Becky or to Becky? To Becky.
No, to Becky. Point to Becky.
You gotta enunciate, because it sounds like I just scored a victory.
You're just desperately trying to get points. All right. So, you want to check out the door?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
We're going to have our first actual gameplay event. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Yay!
Hallelujah.
And y'all can
Yay.
roll either perception or investigation to figure out the door. Investigation would mean that you're walking up to the door and poking it. Perception means you're just checking it out, seeing what you see.
Perception.
Do we pick what one we want?
Yeah, you could choose which one you want to do.
Doing perception because my investigation is 0.
Okay, great.
And my perception is 2.
We roll a
I've got
d20,
X
right?
is an investigation, so I'm
I
gonna
got a
poke
10,
at it.
so 12.
All right.
Ugh.
So Barb got a 12 in perception.
I got a 1 for perception.
Jesus.
I can't make this up.
You are looking around and you're so distracted that you walk into the wall and it's really embarrassing.
Ow!
It's not great. The cab driver laughs at you.
Shut up, cab driver.
I rolled an 18 for investigation.
Great. Shoshanna?
I rolled a 18 for perception.
Great. So for Shoshanna and Barb, it's just a big steel set of double doors. You don't see anything remarkable about it. I'll reveal a little bit of more of the map so y'all can see it. There's no windows or any other access points that you can see right now. So that's what you discover with your perception checks. To Becky, on an investigation check that's as high as it was, you explore the door a little bit, and you discover that there's not really any traps or anything insidious about the door. It is just a set of doors.
I walk
So
through
I
the door.
discovered that there's nothing wrong. Let's walk in.
All right.
Barb's already into Becky.
Barb's already inside. All right.
Yeah,
Pause.
I just walk through the door.
Upon entering the building, you see a large antechamber designed for passing the time between appointments. Some kind of waiting room, I guess. Anyways, simple plaster walls stand on all sides of you with open archways to other areas of the building on your left and right. The floor is clad in a depressing gray carpet, and the walls an upsetting shade of eggshell. Standing against the wall on the far right side of the room sits a table with 3 disagreeable armchairs. On the same side of the room, in a small nook, sits a lone fern, attempting desperately to provide comfort and a shred of personality to this dispiriting alcove. There are 2 steel doors directly across from you on the far wall, as well as a door beyond the chairs leading to your right. Standing at the doorway are 2 large humans, clad in armor and holding short swords and shields. What do you do? So you've entered the room, you see the 2 humans. What do you do?
Talk to the humans.
Yeah, we should talk to them.
Talk to him.
You can do that. You can just talk to them.
We're still
Hey,
learning.
guards. Hey, guards, what's up?
Hello,
Can we
we need
pass?
licenses. What do we do?
Oh, well, so if you need licenses, what you want to do is, well, first, do you have an appointment?
An appointment?
An appointment?
So, Becky,
the other...
did you not call ahead again?
So rude.
So rude.
How was I supposed to know we needed an appointment? Carl didn't say anything about an appointment.
Moving
At
on.
this point, you're just supposed to know.
No, we do not have an appointment.
So the other guard's like, ooh, yikes, yeah, that's not gonna go super well for you. You know what? Here's what you can do. You check out. You can go sit in that corner. And you know what? I'll talk to the clerks and see if they can squeeze you in. Something like 200, 300 years. Is that gonna be
Years?
an issue? Yeah.
Shoshana demands you fast track this process.
Yeah.
I'm
why-
gonna give you 2 to 3 seconds.
To do what?
To let us get our
I believe she's
freaking
threatening you.
licenses.
Kind of for MO.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Pause. Becky, or Obeliss and Shoshanna, why don't Obeliss you make an intimidation check, and Shoshanna, why don't you make a persuasion check, which will function similarly to an intimidation check for you.
Okay.
So
What am I doing?
I'm-
Persuasion?
Persuasion, yep.
Hold on.
So
Okay.
Obeliss is making an intimidation check.
intimidation.
26.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Show
Got
me
a-
where to go, biznatch.
I've got a 23, so
Oh, shit. Okay,
Oh, we
yeah.
need a real.
Yeah,
Great success.
nailed it.
Fooled you.
Okay,
So make it happen.
so one of the guys is like, yeah, okay, sure, okay, yes, we will fast track this for you. If you can just give us, like, minutes. I'm not used to talking in
Minutes sounds
anything
good.
shorter than years.
Minutes is better.
Okay, yeah, just give us 5. You wait here with Justin. I'm gonna go talk to the clerks and see. Just give me 5 minutes, and we'll get it fast tracked. Okay, bye. And that guard runs away. I'm not gonna remove it from the screen because that's gonna take a really long time. So just imagine that a guard is missing. Okay, so there's one guard left in front of you. You can head over to somebody's already at the table. Shoshana's at the table.
I'm not messing around.
So, Justin, what made you want to be a DQA guard?
Well, you know, when my pops, who was a DQA guard his whole life, he
Oh, my friend left. Bye.
That's very rude, but understandable. My backstory
Nobody
is not that
cares,
interesting.
Justin.
We're
All
really
right,
focused on the main characters here.
all right. So you head over to.
You're what we call an NPC.
Yep. You head over to the waiting area. You've got about 5 minutes here. What do you do?
Are there magazines?
Why don't you make a perception check?
Sure, I'll perception check the shit out of that. I got an 8.
8 total?
Hold on, wait. Let me check what my pluses are because I don't remember. 10. I got a 10.
All right. So there's no magazines, but you do see in front of you what looks to be like a scribbled note on a piece of scroll.
Ooh.
I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Read that shit.
Barb reads it. There's a note in common, and it reads, "There are snakes under the floor in the IT department. Why is that even a thing? There's going to be a memo about this. Jan and HR."
Poor Jan in HR.
Snakes are
Well,
cool
we got
though.
5 minutes. Maybe we can go help Jan.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to talk to the snakes.
Everyone's like, let's go talk to the HR. Obeliss is like, snakes. I want to talk to the snakes. Who knows? Maybe the snakes are Jan and HR. It's fantasy world. Anything's possible.
That's very true.
All right. How are you going to go about, figuring out where to go or who to talk to?
Justin, where's Jan in HR?
She is in HR.
Right, but
No,
where's
Where is
HR?
that dipshit?
Oh, well, if you go through the clerk's area on your left, then just beyond that is going to be management. But oh boy, it's real hard to get in there without an actual appointment or something. You know, the clerks can send you through, but we're just not. I don't have that kind of authority. I think they would kill me.
Yeah.
Wait, can I make a charisma? Check.
The most first time D&D player question of all time. Wait, can I make a charisma?
I do. I want to convince him to let us through.
Okay. So
Let me sweet talk him.
why don't you say what you would say in that situation, and then you can make a persuasion check. Okay.
Okay. Look, Justin, I'm gonna need you to let us through to Jan and HR. Okay, it's very important business, and I just need you to not be you for one moment, peasant, and just let us through. Okay?
Okay. Go ahead. Roll persuasion.
Okay. Hold on, I'm not good at math. But it's good. 24.
24. Okay. All right. Justin's like, I mean, I ain't gonna stop you if you're gonna try to get in there. I'm gonna tell you right now that you're not supposed to do it, and it might be trouble for you. But his dialect is evolving rapidly. We need to get him out of the scene.
Moving on, Mordo. We're going without you. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
great. So are you going to go, which direction are you going to go past Justin? Gloria, which is the other guard's name, because I felt important to name these characters. Gloria moved off to the left side. There's a door immediately to your right behind you that goes into the building. There are 2 double doors on the opposite wall. So you can go to your right through an archway, your right through a door. You can go to in front of you, and you can go to your left through an archway. And that's where
Our
Gloria
left
went.
or our characters left?
I say we follow Gloria. I'm going there.
Yeah, Justin says it was left past the clerks, so we should do that.
Yeah. Correct.
As you enter the clerk area of the DQA, you see 2 long desks stretched out in front of you, running parallel to the door and one another. On them are assorted documents and brochures, as well as pens, chained to the desks as if enslaved to a cruel fate forevermore. Across the room to your right, you see another large desk. This desk is separated from the rest of the room by pillars, and stretched between them is a rope, woven of red velvet, creating a feeling of exclusivity. Behind the desk sit two elven clerks, impeccably dressed in their business finery, each looking like they could hold up progress on a project for months at a time. To their right is another desperate fern, hoping, in vain, to liven things up a bit. On the far end of the room, you see 3 doors, evenly spaced. The walls here remain the disgusting eggshell from the waiting room, or are these an even more distressing off-white? It's impossible to tell, as the carpet adorning the floor is now a repugnant shade of forest green, faded through years of shuffled feet and crushed dreams. What do you do?
Excuse me, we're here to see Jan from HR.
Where are those snakes at?
Gloria's like, oh my gosh, I was just telling the clerks about you, and they're probably might be able to squeeze you in soon. And one of the clerks looks at you and says, "Look, we really don't do the squeeze-in thing, and unless you have an appointment with Jan, we're not really going to be able to help you without the proper forms filled out."
We have a
don't
note
care-
about snakes.
I don't care about Jan. I want to talk to the snakes. How
The
do I get to
snakes?
the snakes?
The snakes are in IT.
Get me there.
The IT is off to your right.
If we take care of the snakes in IT, will you give us our licenses?
Take care of them. They're very well maintained. You don't need to take care of the snakes.
Well, I got nothing, guys.
Can we play with the snakes while we wait?
No. The snakes are there for company morale.
What's it going to take for us to get our licenses in the next 5 minutes?
Ooh, 5 minutes. That seems unlikely. And by unlikely, I certainly mean impossible.
Okay, 10 minutes.
10
All right,
minutes.
well, I'm going to go check out IT. We're getting nowhere.
Oh, well, very well. Bye. They don't look sad that you're leaving.
I think we can come back to them later.
All right, whatever you
You
say,
ke-
Barb.
You keep
Good luck
working,
to Jan.
Gloria.
Okay. Thanks for your support.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. Oh, your support really. Nobody said something nice to me the entire time I've worked here.
We're already gone.
Oh, okay. Great. As you pass Justin, he's like, "Hey, how'd it go?" "Okay, bye." You enter a wide room. Along one wall are 3 cubicles, walled off with gray fabric partitions that do little to stop the sounds of ringing phones and mediocre productivity. A large area separates those relatively gaudy cubicles from the slums of the opposite side of the room. Here you see desks, 6 in number, separated by the most meager partitions, accomplishing naught but to prevent you from seeing the face of your neighbor and swaying perilously at the slightest movement. Behind these desks are 3 windows, attempting in vain to pierce the melancholic impotence that permeates the massive cell. Before the desks, perpendicular, sit 3 identical filing cabinets, each made of industrial aluminum, with 3 drawers stacked on top of each other. What do you do?
Let's search the file cabinets for questing license that we can fill out on our own.
Agreed.
Sure, why not?
All right, so are you going to walk across the center of the room there how are you getting there, is my question.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go say hello to the people in the cubes. You guys go and check out the files.
Good idea, Barb. You should distract the people in the cubes while we walk over through the center to the filing cabinets.
Okay, so Barb heads over to the cubes. I'm going to need to jump back into the editor mode for a second, but before I do that, let's pause for a second. So Barb is going over to the cubes to talk to whoever might be in the cubicles, and the other 3 of you are planning to go to the filing cabinets?
Mm-hmm.
Have we found the snakes
Is
yet?
there a door in front of those filing cabinets?
There is a door in front of the filing cabinets.
So we can sneak that way while Barb is
Yeah, it's up to you how you want to get there. Shoshanna said she was going through the center of the room, so she's just crossing around through the door that you're currently in front of. But to Becky, you can go around the other way if you want.
I would like to go around the other way.
Okay, cool.
Probably smarter.
So to Becky, why don't you move your character over to the other side there? And Obeliss, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna go the same way as Becky.
Okay, cool. So why don't you swing around there? Great. All right, I'm going to jump into the other tab because you guys are going to need to be able to see what happens next. But before we do that, Shoshanna, go ahead and make a dexterity save for me. So this is the top column. It's not right under dexterity. It's a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
In the saving throws?
Yep.
That's like
Okay.
real bad news, right?
It's not
I
great.
fucked up. Is it a D20?
Yeah, D20.
Oh no. Good roll, good roll, good roll. Okay.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Hold on.
Are you re-rolling the one you didn't like?
No. No, I just said I'm bad at math. 18.
Okay, great. Barb, you're going to need to make a saving throw too, because as you feel the floor rumble underneath you with Shoshanna as well, the floor opens up into a pit of snakes.
I
Ah!
mean, we knew they were here, but here I am.
Oh, damn, I wanted to be with the snakes.
We didn't think this through.
What'd you
I
get?
rolled a 13.
13. Okay. So both of you save, so you're not going to take any damage from falling into the pit. However, there are 10 snakes in the pit with you, hanging out,
No!
doing their thing. They don't look happy that you fell down there with them. So Tebeki and Obeliss are over by the door to the filing cabinets area of IT. And Shoshanna and Barb are in the snake pit. What do you do?
Shoshanna jumps on Barb's back.
All right. I'm just going to let that happen. That seems legit.
I tried to pet a snake.
You try to what?
Oh
Pet
no.
a snake.
You try to pet a snake. Okay. Actions from Tebeki and Obeliss.
we
They'll
go
be fine. Let's
talk-
check out the cabinets.
I go talk to the IT people. See if I
Okay.
can help.
So, let's move your character. So, Obeliss is going to be at the filing cabinets, checking those out. Tebeki is going to chat with the IT folks. And Shoshanna's on top of Barb. Perfect. And Barb's going to try to pet a snake.
I'm trying to be nice to it.
Legit.
Make friends with the snakes.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, here's what's going to happen. We're going to resolve in this order. It's going to be snake first, then filing cabinets, and then talking to IT. Okay, so that's how we're gonna work this out. So Barb, you go to pet the snake, and the snake, who is already unhappy that you were there, is going to try to bite you. And that is going to succeed unless your AC is over 23, which I don't believe it is.
My AC is 11.
Mm-hmm. So,
Can I roll anything, or is it just?
nope, it just happens.
Oh, good.
You're gonna take 3 damage, and make a Constitution save for me.
Okay. Which is where on the sheet? Oh, it's save +3. All
I
right.
love you so much.
Katie just got delivery.
22.
Your sister just got me cookies.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Oh,
So
This
jealous.
is why you have family.
True.
Sorry,
I
Eddie.
made
What?
cookies yesterday, they're in my kitchen. I have 22.
22. Okay, you save. So you're not going to be poisoned by this snake that tried to bite you.
Yeah, screw you, snake.
Uh,
22.
Great. So, Obeliss, we're going to say that that's your perception check. And Barb and Shoshanna, why don't you go ahead and roll initiative? Because you're going to be fighting these snakes.
Wait, I roll?
You just rolled, right? And you say you just rolled a 22?
Oh no, I was kidding.
Oh, why? Why would you kid about rolls? This is D&D.
Yeah.
joking
Take it
and-
seriously.
Yeah, come on.
Why is my
22, and I
initiative
said,
0?
"Ah, dirty 22. I will.
It's
Do
nice
you
that
want me to
somebody else is
roll?
getting beat up.
I do want you to roll. Did I say that you were going to go second or third?
I'm second.
Great. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll either investigation or perception, and that's the difference here. Is do you want to touch the filing cabinets or do you want to look around them?
Around them?
Like
Or
look
in
at them.
Touch them.
She wants to touch them. She wants to make investigation. Cool. Which one are you starting with?
Uh-oh.
Left, center, or right?
Yeah.
Center.
Which center? Okay. So you try to open them, but they are locked. Make a perception check for me.
Perception. I rolled an 8, so I'm 9.
That's fine. It's not like it was hiding. There is a sign up on top of that filing cabinet. Where did I put it? Okay, so the filing cabinets are marked. On your left is marked A through H. In the center is I through Q, and on the right is R through Z. You find a note nearby that reads, "Don't open the drawers on the cabinet with the manager's files without the key. Also, the one with the files for Jason, Zeidler, Norris, and Bearclaw without keying the password. The other file has non-essential files and passwords. The password is 00000. If you need me to repeat any of that, I can.
Please repeat.
Okay, so there's 3 file cabinets, right? A through H, I through Q, and R through Z. The note reads, "Don't open the drawers on the cabinet with the manager's files without having the key. Also, don't open the one with the files for Jason Zeidler, Norris, and Bearclaw without keying in a password. The other file has non-essential files, and the password is 000. It will also have the password for the other filing cabinet." It's a puzzle, y'all.
I want to go to the one where I can get all of the other passwords, the non-essential one.
So you want to go, you have to figure out which one that is. So you have to tell me if that one's the one on the left, the right, or in the center.
Oh.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Can you put that note in the chat so we can read it?
Yes, please.
I sure can.
Can we all comment on it?
Yeah.
No,
we allowed
because
to
none of the
vote?
rest of you know that.
I was just
Because
gonna say.
2 of you are in a snake pit.
Hey.
I love D&D.
Shit is wild, yo.
I can't believe the snake bit me.
How
What did
rude.
you expect, buddy?
It could have been
You're
friendly
in a pit
snakes.
of snakes.
If they're here for company morale, it could be to boost that. Like, they're friendly, fun snakes. We could be
But the
killing them.
managers said they were company morale. Managers never know what's good for the company.
Very true.
This game got real.
Truth bomb.
Boom.
I'm going to put it in our Facebook group chat because I'm on a different device right now.
Okay.
Okay.
But there it is. Again, only one of you knows that. While she's trying to figure out what to do, let's resolve to Becky. So, to Becky, you are approaching the IT specialists. They're goblins, by the way. They are little goblin friends.
Ugh.
Friends? Goblin friends?
I mean, maybe. We'll find out.
Hi, everybody. No, didn't mean to interrupt, but my friends fell into your snake pit, and I was wondering what you know about this and how I can get them out.
Oh boy, did they try to take a coffee break?
Actually, we were just going to come talk to you guys.
Oh, well, the snakes are there so we don't take coffee breaks.
Interesting.
But, like, you know, if they're down there, like, I don't know, you should probably go help them or something.
Do you have a protocol in place for if people fall in the snake pit?
Yeah, send a note to their family.
Oh, no! That's not a good protocol. That's just sad.
So savage. This riddle makes no sense.
There's poor people watching us play this.
Just so you know, as they're laughing at my joke about people dying, Obeliss, you may need information that you don't already have to solve the riddle. You may not have all of the pieces of information you need to solve the riddle. Just something to keep in mind. You may not have all of the clues yet. So,
I would like to go talk to people.
just not give a shit about the snake pit.
Anyone.
Or the fact that basically someone just said certain death awaits those in the snake pit. Does not give a flying fuck.
Riddle.
She found a riddle.
Family.
You're
No
the
one
least
cares.
helpful.
No. You keep doing you. It's great. It's perfect. I'm just laughing at how like from a storytelling perspective, it's delightful. So Obeliss is gonna talk to people. To Becky, you can wrap up this conversation here and decide to take an action before we jump back into the combat in the pit.
Cool. Can I get them out of the pit?
You could certainly try. How would you like to get them out of the pit?
I think I have rope. No,
Sure.
I don't have any rope.
I believe that your character would maybe have some rope on her. That's
Yeah,
fine. We can
I've
say
got
she has
rope.
rope. Yeah.
I have rope. I would like to throw them a rope so that they can climb out of the pit.
Okay. So why don't you let's make an athletics check to see how good you are at throwing rope to people.
Sure. That's a normal thing to check. Well, it's a good thing you checked because I got a 5.
Yeah.
And let's see what if I add anything to that.
No,
I don't.
There is an athletics skill. Okay, great. So you throw the rope down there. It's like on the other side of the snakes. like you try to throw it down there, but it sort of swings down right on the other side of the snakes. So they're gonna have to get through the snakes to get to the rope if they want to do it this turn. Okay, let's jump back into the snake pit. Shoshanna and Barb, what were your initiative rolls?
14.
20.
Okay, Shoshanna's going to go first. Barb's going to go second. The snakes will act as a team, and they will go third. Why don't Shoshanna? What do you do? You can attack.
Barb.
You can make an action. You can do whatever you want.
Barb, throw me to the rope.
I was also going to throw her.
Great, I love it. So
That's the first thing I thought too.
something you can do
that's always the plan.
that I haven't told you yet is that you can defer your turn. So you can say, like, I want to pass my turn right now, and you can do it later when it makes sense to do it. So why don't you defer your turn to Barb right now? Barb, you can throw her. You're going to make an athletics check. Shoshanna, you're going to make an acrobatics check. And we'll see if you can get to the rope.
Okay, I defer my turn.
Cool. So Barb's action is going to be throwing her.
14.
Great. Shoshanna.
4.
Oof. Big oof.
Oh no.
Wait.
Rolled my D10. Hold on.
You rolled your D10.
Yes, I did. That is not the right
We've all
one.
fucked up. However, I am lucky and I can
12.
reroll 1
12
on
is
my
my roll.
D20.
Yeah, but you didn't. Did you roll a 1?
Yeah.
Oh, then you would have had a critical miss. Re-roll that 1. Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to add your modifiers to a 1 for the record.
Aw.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I can
so
reroll.
yes. So Barb, what's your total?
12.
Great.
16.
Great. Okay. Yes, this works. So Barb picks Shoshanna up, throws her across the snake pit. Shoshanna does a cool, like, graceful, like, her leg is extended and her foot is pointed through the air. It's glorious. She grabs the rope in mid-flight. But Becky's going to need to make a strength check to make sure that she can hold up Shoshanna.
Uh-oh.
Could I have said that I wanted to anchor that rope before this
You
moment?
sure should have. I'm very curious to see how you're going to haul Barb up.
Boy, I got an 18 though.
Okay, yeah, you managed to hold on. So Shoshanna is now on the rope, and Barb, you can finish up your turn if you want. You can move if you choose to. You've used your action, but you can move if you want. I would say that maybe throwing Shoshanna could be considered a bonus action if you wanted to attack. So you can finish up your move, and then we can go back to Shoshanna's turn.
I attack with my club.
All right.
So, 7.
7. Yeah, that's not gonna do it, my friend. You swing at a snake and it goes and it dies.
Wait, what do I add to?
Your attack bonus is going to be like right by your weapon. I think it's +4 for you. Could
Weapon. Because I rolled a 7. Where the heck is my attack bonus?
It's like right, like
On
look
the
where it
first
says
page?
club on the first page.
Yeah, it's in the middle. Do you like my hard copy?
I do. I love it.
Oh, attack bonus +4, so 11.
It's close, but no. The snake still goes and dodges.
Eh.
Okay, Shoshanna, it's your turn. You are dangling from a rope above snakes.
I didn't think this part through.
Fine.
Oh,
Why
I choose to climb.
All right, so you're gonna climb the rope. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Great. Make
Sorry for
an
backseat.
make an athletics check because this is straight out of gym class.
It is.
Straight out
Oh
of gym
no!
class.
Oh no! 4.
But not
Ooh.
a gym class
Oh
hero.
no!
No, yeah, you're going to not only so you try to climb the rope, and not only do you not climb the rope, you slide down closer to the snakes.
Damn it!
I'll say that's a bonus action. You can do something else if you want.
Climb again.
That's
not-
what I feel. I can't do that.
No, you have to take a different action for your regular action. So you can attack. You can try to find another way out of the pit. You get to decide, but I'm not gonna let you climb again.
Fine. I let's have some fun. I'm gonna try swinging on the rope to safety.
All right, so you're gonna try to like Prince of Persia this thing.
Yep.
Okay, I guess make an acrobatics check.
Come on, buddy. Come on. I believe. Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna just like swing. You're just gonna shimmy and swing the rope, and so I'm gonna say because this is your other action, you manage to get your like feet up, and you awkwardly like shimmy your way onto the top. So you get there. I'm gonna say because it took you 2 actions to do this, you're gonna be prone. I can explain what that means if it comes up, but basically it means that next time you do something, it's gonna take you half of your movement speed to stand up. So you're like sort of like on your belly, just sort of you're not in a great spot. And okay, so Tebeki has a rope. Shoshanna is up. Barb took a swing at a snake and missed. The next person that will resolve an action from is Obeliss, who is going to go talk to people.
Yeah. I want to talk to somebody in a cubicle.
Okay, in a cubicle or like in the desks nearby?
The desks nearby.
Okay, great. So why don't
Talk
you
to
move?
this dude.
Sure.
Yeah,
Is that who
that dude
Becky
right
just
there.
talked to?
Yeah. So hey, how can I help you? I guess. Have you tried turning it on and turning it off again, or off and on? Well, however computers work.
No, I actually have a question. Could you tell me the name of the manager? I would like to speak to them.
Oh, do you mean boss?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Do you mean boss?
As in David?
Oh no, no, Charlie Boss. He's the manager.
Any relation?
I think they're probably brothers. Seems legit. But not all bosses are related.
But they have the same last name. Whatever. Could you... This Norris guy, does that ring any bells?
No.
Ugh. Well, thank you. I would like to open the cabinets. I mean, the files.
With all of them?
No.
Or are you saying this to the... Are you? Is this in character or is this out of character?
Out of character.
Okay.
I'm gonna open a cabinet.
No. I mean, it's cool to do it out of character. I'm just trying to figure out which one it is. Which cabinet do you want to open?
I'm gonna open the middle cabinet. The I through Q.
I through Q. Okay. How are you gonna open that? Because remember, this one had a password on it.
I'm gonna type in. I'm gonna punch in 0000.
Great. You punch in 0000, and that file cabinet pops open. Pause. We're going to Becky.
Yes.
Oh boy.
You have a rope in your hands, a Shoshanna on the ground, a Barb in the pit. What do you do?
I throw the rope to Barb again.
You know the drill. Make an athletics check.
And you can lift me to Becky.
14.
A 14. Yeah, you do better this time. The rope goes by Barb.
Hooray.
I want to anchor it to the wall.
All right. Sure. You can anchor it to the wall. Well, Barb yells out of the pit to you, so you anchor it to the wall. The next turn is going to go to Shoshanna.
Becky looks like she has this handled with Barb, so I'm going to go over to the file cabinets around the snake pit to Obeliss.
Okay, you can go ahead and move Shoshanna over to the file cabinets. So you dust yourself off, and you head over to the snake pits. To the filing cabinets. Too many things. Okay. Next person that's going to do some stuff is going to be Barb. So you got a rope nearby that Becky tied to a wall. You got some snakes in front of you. You're in a pit.
I want to climb it, but I think I want to hit the snakes first.
Okay.
I take a swing at the snakes with my club.
Okay.
Into club. Ooh, 22.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
Which is a D4 plus 2. 4.
Yeah, you kill one snake.
Suck it, snake.
Smush
Now
it real good.
There's 9 left.
That's
There
not going to
are
be good
9
for morale.
snakes left. So you climb up. Yeah, you climb up. Roll athletics.
Wait, what's funny?
Bad for morale.
Never mind.
Your joke.
I just assumed that
15.
I'm not the funny one ever.
15? Yeah, that'll be good enough. You climb the rope. You get out of the snake pit. You solve my snake pit puzzle.
Yay!
Hooray!
I mean, it's still a pit with 9 snakes in it that you have to get around every time you're in this room. But at least now you know it's there.
And
True.
only 9 snakes
Yeah.
to go.
9 snakes to go. All right. So let's finish up today over by the file cabinets with Shoshanna and Obeliss. So you open the filing cabinet. Inside the filing cabinet, you find, as you ruffle around, why don't you make an investigation check to see what you find?
All of us?
Just Obeliss and Shoshanna, since you're the ones that
Okay.
open it.
Fuck me. Total of 5.
Okay,
You said it was an investigation check, right?
I did.
15.
Okay, so Obeliss, you find some files from most of the employees and an annual earnings report. Shoshanna, you find 30 gold pieces and a password. It says 423167. I'll put that in the group chat.
Thank you.
423167. Welcome.
423167.
Oh wait, we have to go back to the riddle. Where's my phone?
What riddle, Obeliss?
Oh, I kind of figured out this riddle. Kind of. Partly.
And remember, the riddle's on a note, so you can just show her the riddle, and then she'll know everything that I've said so far.
Okay. Okay, so Shoshanna.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the note. She shows the note.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I through Q is the one we're looking at right now. You cannot open the R through Z one because... Oh, wait, no. We can't open A through H because that's where the manager's file is, and we don't have the key. Because stupid boss. Yeah, I said boss. So we'd have to open R through Z, which is the one on the far right.
Yeah, and we just got a code. Let's try it.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. You input the password to the filing cabinet on the right, R through Z, and it pops open.
Hooray!
Inside, well, I guess we'll just have to find out next time on the All Arcadians!
I bet it's more snakes.
Hey everyone, I'm Adam Kudashat. Thanks so much for watching or listening, whichever you did. I want to thank Sexy Hackers Studios for supporting and hosting the All Arcadians and now the All Arcadian-Dians. I want to thank All In Productions for helping us put this thing together. And I want to thank our amazing cast, Katie Schwaber as Tebeki, Ed Lupella as Barb, Hannah Esch as Shoshanna, and Becky Kofta as Obeliss. I also want to say, if you want to check out the All Arcadians, if you haven't listened to it before, you can check that out on sexyhackers.tv, either in podcast form or video form on YouTube. You can also check out the old archived videos, or recordings, of All Arcadians over on the All In Podcasts Patreon. You can check out 30 episodes of the original run of the All Arcadians. The current run, episodes 1 through 8, are on Sexy Hackers. And one other thing that I want to plug before I go, right now we're in the midst of coronavirus, this pandemic, and a lot of our actors in the Milwaukee area where this takes place are out of work, and an amazing organization, Imagine MKE, has the MKE Artist Relief Fund that has supported some of the cast members and will continue to do so in this time where we can't work in public. So if you want to donate to our Patreon or donate to us a little bit and the artists in Milwaukee, you can check out the Artist Relief Fund, MKE Artist Relief Fund, Imagine MKE's fundraiser. We would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.